Welcome to the Best 591 podcast with Forrest Kelly.
So the book, Rosé Revolution, where is it right now in your house?
Well, I have one just beside me, and I have one down in my living room, a few books around me.
Everybody who comes over, they're fully aware that you wrote this book and that they need to read this book, right?
Well, to be honest, I think very few of my friends or family members are not aware that I've been digging into this wine and rosé for the past years. And of course, when you dig into this world, you get really fascinated by it, and it's really overwhelming. And, you know, the whole world is not pink. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in the world that makes you sad, and makes you cry. And every now and then, it's been a bit strange to sit and write about rosé wine while the war in Ukraine was going on and so on. But at the same time, I think this book is. You can ask yourself, is this book a writer book? And then, well, I guess it depends on whom you ask. For sure, the world is not only pink. I would say that this is an important book in its own way, because it's about the good life. And I think it's a reminder that we should also strive for joy and pleasure. Making this book has definitely been a joyride. And to be honest, when I visit friends and bring a bottle of wine, I do not necessarily bring a bottle of rosé wine anymore, because I also want to show them that I'm aware of other wine categories.
Yeah, show that you've got a wide palette here. I've never heard that term before, but it kind of aligns, because most people say, you know, the world isn't black or white. It's a different color. But I've never heard somebody say pink. But you're keeping it real with the pink and the rosé coloring.
This is also the story about rosé, and I think this is also why you can say that rosé wine has become a pop culture phenomenon. It really is a beautiful wine, and as you know, the wine is in transparent bottles, so you see the wine, you see this beautiful color, and you can easily make great photos of the wine. Lots of people like to put photos on social media, and I think this is a part of the success of rosé. It's become a pop culture phenomenon, and it's been affecting several current megatrends like, health and anti-stress, also climate and sustainability. I mean, I don't know about you, Forrest, but I don't eat as much red meat as I did before. I eat more fish, more vegetables, or white meat. And I think a lot of people are changing their habits the same way, and this increases the demand for something light, pale, and chilled. And I think this is also a part of why rosé wine has become more popular.
Yeah, cut down on red meat and red wine.
Well, if you look at the numbers, the consumption of white wine is quite steady. But if you look at market shares, then you see red wine decline, and you see rosé on an upward trend.
Okay.
Can I elaborate a bit more about this? Because
yeah. Look out, everybody! Rasmus is going off. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. I was just talking about this beautiful wine. You know, there's a lot of pictures on social media, and there are a lot of popular hashtags that kind of exposes rosé wine. And I think you should not be fooled by this, thinking that just because you see a lot of pictures of the wine on social media, and because some of the wine is served in quite creative bottles with some creative illustrations, then it's not a good wine. There's a whole lot of good wine being made. And I think it's also about new generations of wine drinkers who changed the mindset or had another mindset than the older generations of wine drinkers. And if you look into when rosé became more popular, it was actually just after the millennium. And it was around that time where the millennials started leading this rebellion and giving the finger, well, sorry for my French, but giving the finger to the wine industry's perception of rosé as a half-finished, shabby red wine. And instead, they started praising the wine for its pink elegance. I think that the success of rosé also has to do with the wine being inclusive, being unsnobbish, being easy to approach, and that the wine also appeals to those who are looking for quality and good experiences, but who does not necessarily want to, make slurping noises every time they enjoy a glass.
Okay, where can we pick up the book?
It should be all over the U.S. It's in bookstores all around the country. Our publisher is Interlink Publishing from Massachusetts, but they are globally distributed by Simon & Schuster. Rosé Revolution is no ordinary wine book. It's a book about rosé, and just like the wine, it's easy to access. It's driven by personal stories and imbued with a passion that drives leading producers and increasingly attracts consumers. The book does not tell you what to drink, but it makes you know more about what you drink and who is behind it. And it tells you this fascinating story about an ugly-duckly transformation that reflects how perceptions of this wine have shifted dramatically over the years. I think this is a great story, and it's a story that needed to be told. And we tell it in this book, Rosé Revolution.
The best 5-minute wine podcast.
Don't forget my favorite part.
Please like and follow. Oh.